Greetings, everyone. Today we are going to be presenting on an amazing opportunity called the Call Me Doctor Esteemed Scholars Program. It is an opportunity housed within the Clemson Bioengineering Department, and it is funded by the National Institute of Health. So today's presentation will just be an application webinar. So we're going to be covering all the best tips and tricks to help you submit a competitive application in 2024. So to start us off, we are going to just introduce a few of the staff that we have here. I'm going to let the people that are here introduce themselves first, and I'll go ahead and introduce the people that are not here with us today.
I can start. Hi, I'm Delphine Dean. I'm the chair of the bioengineering department here at Clemson, and I'm one of the academic mentors for the Call Me ESTEEMED program. So if you join the program, I'll see you in the seminar and all sorts of things.
And hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Jordan Gilmore. I'm the Associate Director for the program and also the Director for the Call Me Doctor Fellows program, which focuses on graduate students. I'm also primarily, my primary appointment is in the bioengineering department. I'm an associate professor there. And I kind of work with a lot of different aspects in the program. You'll see me in the summer bridge program, during your freshman research rotations, all the way through kind of the conclusion in your sophomore summer if you're able to join us. So yeah, I'm excited to see you all's applications.
Yes. And my name is Stephanie Damas. I'm a PhD candidate at Clemson University, and I also serve as the program manager for this program. And we have our program director, Dr. Angela Alexander Bryant, and she also serves as an associate professor in the bioengineering department, and she's the director of diversity and inclusion in BioE. We also have Dr. Tyler Harvey, who is a lecturer in the bioengineering department, and he serves as a primary academic mentor. So you'll also be seeing a lot of him if we get the opportunity to have you in our program. Lastly, we have Ms. Torres, Ms. Maria Torres, and she is also the program assistant manager. And she also serves as the assistant director within the cooperative education department at Clemson. So we are going to, we're going to start off with just a brief overview of our program. So I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Gilmore to get us going.
Hi, so the Call Me Doctor Esteemed Scholars Program is a part of a larger uh, program, Esteemed, which is funded by the National Institutes of Health, or the NIH. And so there's a lot of information. If you actually just want to go to Google and type in NIH Esteemed, you can see the entire kind of program description. But just briefly, the ESTEAM program as a whole is designed to really focus on developing undergraduate freshmen and sophomores from diverse backgrounds to pursue um, research opportunities and prepare them for careers in research within the bioengineering, biomedical engineering, biomedical health and health sciences fields after graduation. And so a part of it is graduate school, but also trying to give you exposure to what other sorts of careers out there are based in biomedical research. Um, so this program prepares students to join in their junior and senior year an honors program. So part of this program does really focus on your academic kind of development and helping you to excel from an academic and a coursework standpoint, and so that you will be ready to transition into a PhD or MD PhD program at the conclusion of your undergraduate career. So the ultimate goal, again, is just for the participants to pursue a doctoral degree and subsequent research and a research career in a NIH And then you see a note there, NIBIB, which is the National Institute of Biomedical. The I and the B are escaping me, but it's basically the
Biomedical,
bioengineering
biomedical engineering, imaging, and bioinformatics, I think.
imaging. Yeah. All right. So, great. So next slide. So, um, in terms of the specific program at Clemson, so our Call Me Doctor STEAM Scholars program is composed of these components. So there are actually 6 components, and they span from the summer before your freshman year all the way through really you transitioning out of the program after your sophomore year. But then we like to kind of follow you and help you continue to pursue your goals in your junior and senior year towards graduate school. So briefly, the program starts with the summer bridge, which is just acclimating you to campus as well as expectations for the program. Next, we move into your freshman year where you're really being exposed to research and lab culture and all of those sorts of things and establishing some mentoring relationships. In the freshman summer, you have the option to do some research experiences and do some coursework if that is something that's needed in terms of GPA or academics. And then sophomore year is a really heavy research year. So we want you to be engaged in some research in the lab on campus and also start to get exposed to some of the different career opportunities through our Lunch and Learn seminar series, as well as some academic writing things. And then finally, in the sophomore summer, there'll be an institutional or external research experience. So that means there's going to be a research experience either at Clemson or elsewhere. And there's a tremendous opportunity for you to do research all across the country. And we'll talk to you more about that. And then finally is our advanced honors program, which is not technically a part of the program. It's a transition out, but here's where you'll really be able to engage in your own research within your academic department as you prepare for graduate school. So in terms of eligibility for the program, the students are going to fall into one of the following groups. So first is underrepresented racial or ethnic minorities, and these groups have been defined by the National Institutes of Health. And in terms of your application, we're asking that folks would self-identify on their application for these particular racial or ethnic minority groups. Um, the next one is has a current disability. This can be self-reported on the application as well. Um, excuse me. And then the last one is individuals who come from an economically disadvantaged background based on their FAFSA, zip code of their permanent residence, or self-identification as a first-generation student as well. So those are the main groups in terms of academic interest, and this is an important one as well. We're looking for students have an interest in engineering or science, so pretty broad with a focus in bioengineering, chemical, electrical, or material science and engineering. There's a lot of differences there. And then in science, looking at biological sciences, genetics, biochemistry, biophysics, or health science. The key here, though, is that we want to have a biomedical emphasis. And if you have a question about, a particular major that you might be interested in, so for example, like physics isn't on here, or computer engineering or computer science isn't on here. There still may be an opportunity for you to apply. Just reach out to us and we will get you some information.
Mhm.
All right, next slide. Okay, so in terms of the program benefits, it begins already with the summer bridge program, which is a a 5-week program on campus where you get to actually take a group of courses and receive course credit. You'll be able to enroll in that program for free. And so you'll get great exposure to campus as well as getting a good boost academically. A salary. So you will be paid for your participation in the program. And this is in support of your research and also, other program related activities. Um, so in that freshman year, one of the things you'll be doing is identifying and then beginning to participate in research in a biomedically focused lab. And as you're getting into that, you can get paid up to $10,000 for your freshman year and up to $12,000 during your sophomore year for participation in this research. Then we have a large group of mentors and academic support folks that are going to be there to help you get the best grades, but also to get the best experiences and maximize your research opportunities. Travel funds to go and present your research at national conferences, and also paid summer research experiences. So you might remember that in that summer after your sophomore year, you're going to be required to do a research experience either at Clemson or at an external university. And the dollar amounts for those research experiences vary, but they're usually anywhere between $5,000 to $7,000 or so for a 8 to 10 week summer experience. And yeah, there's tons of other benefits. This is a cohort-based program, so you're not going through things by yourself. There's a group of students that you come together with, and you all kind of progress together. And so it's a really great opportunity.
Yeah.
Next slide.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for that, Dr. Gilmore. I really hope that that was able to kind of give you all a brief overview of all that this program has to offer. Now we're going to go specifically into application components. So the goal of this next section is just to give you, again, some tips and tricks to help you become a competitive applicant for this application cycle. So the first part we want to really touch on is the eligibility criteria. As Dr. Gilmore stated, we do have a criteria that covers physical or intellectual disability. Now, we want to make it clear that this verification will happen through Clemson Student Accessibility Services. So there are no forms or no explanations that you'll be giving directly to us. After you've been accepted into Clemson and have committed to Clemson, we will then go through the proper channels, which is through Student Accessibility Services, and verify your physical or intellectual disability. The next thing we want to touch on is also for criteria C within the application. You'll see that there is a criteria where you have to meet 2 options for consideration. Now, this is for if you qualify through FAFSA or if you are a first-generation student and other criteria. So be sure to read very carefully to make sure that you are able to meet 2 criteria and not just one if you are wanting to qualify through criteria C. Now, I want to make it very clear that you do not have to qualify through criteria C if you qualify with criteria A or criteria B. The last thing is also that at this time, we are going strictly based by the eligibility criteria given through National Institute of Health, and gender is not considered for eligibility at this time. Next piece of your application will be your motivation video. So this is a 3-minute video where you will have the opportunity to connect your major to your aspirations. We want you to be very clear and concise. Remember, you only have 3 minutes. Now, the purpose of this video is for you to show us a little bit of you, a little bit of what in your background or what in your lived experience makes you want to choose your major and makes you want to have the goals that you have. Be creative. Use out of the box ideas. There are really no parameters for this video except that it must be 3 minutes. Be sure to stand out. Dress however you need to dress, use whatever figures or whatever gimmicks you want to use. Make this video yours. Help us see you through this video. We want to remind you that there is no personal statement for this application. This 3-minute video is your personal statement, so make it personal. The next piece of the application is we want you to be able to share with us what you feel you will contribute to the diversity goals of ESTEEMED, Clemson, and the broader biomedical community. Remember that there are 3 areas that we want to know how you contribute to. So be sure to cover all 3 areas. For ESTEEMED, you can look on our website to see the goal of ESTEEMED. You can look also on Clemson's website to figure out what goals Clemson have and how you can contribute specifically to those goals. And we have here for you Clemson's strategic plan, which is called Clemson Elevate, that really outlines all of the goals that Clemson has for the next year. Use those goals, connect those goals to what you can bring to the table. Lastly, we want you to leverage national organizations and societies that are relevant to your major. Our last piece of your contribution to diversity is your contribution to the broader biomedical community. One way to really hone in on this contribution is to look into organizations like BMES. If you're a biomedical student, this is the Biomedical Engineering Society. Look into that organization. If you are a student that is coming in with electrical engineering, there is the Institute for the International
IEEE.
Go ahead. Yeah, IEEE. Yeah, IEEE is a really good one. And look into those organizations, see what they have, and be able to connect yourself to their goals. Lastly, we want to know what you contribute, right? We don't want to know what your community contributes. We don't want to know what your school contributes. We want you specifically. What do you as an applicant, as a person, bring to the table that contributes to the diversity goals of ESTEEMED, Clemson, and the broader biomedical community? The last piece of your application will be your short essay. Now, there are 3 key things that you need to take away when writing this short essay. First, we want you to use this to further support your commitment to biomedical studies. As Dr. Gilmore stated, the purpose of the ESTEEMED program at large is to have early exposure to biomedical research so that you can pursue a PhD or MD PhD in biomedical studies. So we want to know that you are committed to studying in a biomedical area or in the biomedical field. Use your response to show us. Find ways to personalize your essay. You can include personal experiences that relate to your question. So one of the questions are regarding COVID-19. Use a personal experience, include a small anecdote of your experience with COVID-19. And the same could be applied for the other questions as well. Next, we want to know that you've done your research. The goal of this program is to get you doing research. Research is a very huge key item for being involved in this program. We want to know that you're passionate about doing research. So this is a great way to show us that you will do the research, that you will look into the question that you've been asked, the question that you've selected, and answer that question using relevant facts that you found. Lastly, clarity is key. You only have 500 words. I know 500 words may sound like a lot, but once you start writing, it will get very short very quickly. Be clear, be concise. When we say to be clear and concise, we don't mean to have ChatGPT write your essay. That is not the route to go. Write your essay. Show us the skills that you have as a writer. You can use different resources to, of course, edit your essay, but the goal here is that you write this essay and that you clearly state to us how you are choosing to answer this question. I hope that this really does not scare you away. We're not judging your writing skills. I want to be very clear about that. We're not judging you or admitting you based off your writing skills, but show us what you have. Don't be shy. Really craft this response to show us that you have done your research, that you care about biomedical studies, and that you can clearly communicate what it is that you need to say. That is really all that we have for you today. We really hope that this becomes a very helpful tool as you are putting together your application. We are very much looking forward to seeing your application in this year's pool. We really want just a huge competitive group of applicants, and we feel that you will be the one to fit that bill. So if you have any questions, please email us at esteemed@clemson.edu, and feel free to visit our website. Our website has a wealth of information regarding the program, regarding the students that are in the program, and even some more information about us, the people that you'll be working with. So we hope this helps. And if my fellow staff members don't have anything else to add.
Nope.
No? Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see your application. Bye.